Masters of the Universe Origins has some deluxe figures now. So we're going to open up Ram Man. All the heroes are here to greet Mainstay Hero alongside He-Man. We'll see what this deluxe has to offer. A couple extra accessories and things here. Look at this huge card back it's on. I guess all the deluxe figures are kind of their own wave or group. This is my first one. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get Battle Armor, He-Man, and Skeletor because I mostly am collecting characters that were in the cartoon. They didn't really use the Battle Armor appearance in the cartoon. We'll note there's a good shot of Faker here, who was in the cartoon, just not this color scheme, but you can kind of see his little circuit board peeking out under here in the artwork, which is pretty cool. Also the vehicle here, a Roton, showing possibly a vehicle that'll come down the line. Sadly, you won't be able to get Clamp Champ, because he was never in the cartoon. At least that's what I'm limiting myself to right now. You know how that goes. So I didn't know that Deluxe kind of had its own comic. That's a good bonus to have. Well, looks like we've got Clamp Champ and the King and Queen, which I'm hoping will get figures at some point down the line. We also have the Hoverbots here. I did a video of some figures that you can kind of use with this Masters of the Universe Origins line. You want to check that video at the end of this one. Those are really cool to see used in this comic here. Also just the Eternian Guards. Be a nice army builder kind of figure. Looking pretty nice. I think they're including these little guides because the figures do come apart, and that's on purpose. Here we can kind of see already that the legs and body are not detachable, but the arms and the head are. Strapped in here. He is very thick, and I don't think the original figure had a movable head. I think it was just one piece, but again, I didn't get to have the original figures. He actually does have some leg articulation. He won't be able to sit down or do anything like that, but that is pretty nice that it's not just rotate. There is some knee there, even if it is limited. The very thick arms, which will be limited by this armor a little bit, but it is very soft, so finally can do some poses with your Ram Man. You gotta be careful of these armor bits here, a little soft, might be prone to getting bent. But yeah, the soft armor here, again, be careful with that, it could tear. So this has some sort of function about his ramming ability. Locking him down, and then, oh, friendly fire. He actually has a little dent in his head there from all that battering ram maneuvers. Here again, the arms are super thick, but they would detach. You could probably mix and match. Give him skinny arms, give somebody else these thick arms here. So the head will come off, very flat. So one of the deluxe features is some alternate heads. He kind of comes with a more armored head, which if you kind of peel up here, he still has the mouth in there. It's just kind of like imagining his completed armor or something. Not a look that he would have in the cartoon, I don't think, so probably not really a head I can use. But it is interesting. Full armor Ram Man this way. Another sort of modern action figure feature, alternate hands. So here he has a closed fist. Here we have an open hand ready for more accessories. Oops. We might as well put that one in, because it does come with his kind of original style hatchet axe accessory that the original figure would come with, this kind of standard weapon. But he also has this kind of style axe, this kind of a bonus accessory. It's pretty big. Here is He-Man's axe, so it is a bigger axe. So it's its own mold and everything, different shape, different color. And this kind of has an extended bar here because they can kind of combine into one sort of axe double-edged weapon. The little deluxe treatment there with the spring, extra head, different hands, extra weapon that the original figure didn't have. Interesting, but I probably would have been satisfied with just a standard Ram Man release like this, really. But apparently the functions like the RAM sort of thing is apparently difficult for them to do. But if I was playing with these and saw Ram Man and thought, he's kind of lame, but then once you deck him out with his armored head and the double-edged weapon, he looks a lot cooler that way too. Or just dual-wielding weapons in general. Kind of like the dwarf class of Masters of the Universe here with his short, heavy stature and the axe weapons. Pretty cool dude. Very standard in the cartoon. So very glad to add him finally. He is on the checklist I always dreamed of looking at. I only had Point Dread playset as a kid. So Ram Man there, always one I was kind of looking at. There you can see he only ever came with that one axe. Here he's kind of gotten a lighter orange with red legs, so he looks a little different in this prototype style image. But he's in my little checklist here of definite ones to want to get. Huge addition there, the only deluxe figure that I plan on getting as of now, although I probably would be convinced if I saw the He-Man and Skeletor in person in a store to get them, just to have some of the alternate heads and pieces and effects would be really nice. Plus getting the figure, even though the battle armor isn't really from the cartoon, but a lot of them don't have their look exactly as the cartoon had them. That's just my kind of criteria for me of, having a connection to the character, that I always got to watch the cartoon, but I never got to have the toys. So a character that was only ever a toy, I don't really have too much connection to, since I never got to have them. But since Ram Man was in many episodes in the cartoon, pretty awesome to get to add him in here with all the other masters of the universe. His ram thing isn't particularly useful for play, I don't really think. I mean, he just kind of jumps up. You have to press to do it. He's loaded here, so how would I, kind of do a play motion with this, really? He's just kind of does his own thing. Just kind of, it's not exactly what Ram Man really did. Always kind of ram forward at the enemy. I think he was on the cartoon a lot because the animators love to reuse animation, so they don't have to do anything new. And Ram Man's kind of a one-move guy. He rams into stuff, and that's about it. So he's got like the one animation of him kind of going bring, bring, bring. Then they just have to animate kind of the destruction that he would leave behind. So not too sure about the deluxe, if they're really worth the extra money. I would have been satisfied with just Ram Man like this, no bounce feature, just the one accessory, just the one head. But they decided to put him into the deluxe line. I can see where Clamp Champ with his extra accessories and stuff kind of warrant that, what with his feature, and then maybe the battle armor even with their feature. Ram Man, not sure if he was worth the deluxe, but it is cool to get the extra pieces and things like this. Even the extra hand as well. I'll probably just leave his extra holding hand on him just because he might want to hold an accessory or something. So I open up all the Masters of the Universe Origins figures I collect here, get my take on them as I open them up, get subscribed so you can see the next ones I get the playlist so we can see all the ones I've already done. And I open up all my other cool collectibles and action figure stuff here, so get subscribed there and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, should I do it? How about a ram?